I'd like to take a couple of minutes today to talk to you guys about how to use data like you see here on the screen in a listing presentation. So the example we have there, here on the screen is an infographic that Active Rain created based on some responses that you guys gave us to the question, what are the biggest mistakes that real estate agents see sellers making? Mistakes that lead to impediments to a sale. So we went out, we asked you guys the question, we compiled the results, and then we turned those results back to you and had you vote on them. On the screen here then, and it's no surprise, right? The biggest mistake home sellers make, 77% of you said one of the top 3 mistakes is they overprice their home. But how can you take data like this compiled data where where 1,000 agents are talking or to sellers? How can you take that data and incorporate it into your listing presentation? And I think I have a couple of ways you can do this. The first way would be to use this data to help set expectations that you as the agent have of the seller. So every time you go into a listing presentation, a lot of that listing presentation is focused on what you do for the seller, what kind of marketing you do, you know, what kind of things you're going to do to help them get the home ready to sell. But there's also a whole bevy of things that ultimately the homeowner controls. And the results of our survey showed that of the top 10 things that agents see as impediments to a home seller selling their house, 9 of them are actually controlled by the home seller. So using a piece of data like this, using an infographic like we had on the previous screen, and putting that in front of a seller can help you set expectations. So when you sit down with the seller, it's not just, look, we need to make sure the home's available for showing. The conversation becomes something like, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I'm a part of a network of real estate professionals, and they recently did a survey of over 1,000 real estate agents. And one of the things that came out of that survey is the fact that not being available for home showings and not being flexible to the needs of the buyer can actually be an impediment to the sale of your home. So we're going to have to make sure that as we get ready to show this home, that you guys are ultra flexible in allowing as many people to get in here, right? It's not you telling them the data now. It's you taking this data that 1,000 real estate agents have essentially commented on and using that data to help set expectations. That's one of the ways you can use data like this in a listing presentation. Another way, because as you look through this list of home seller mistakes, there's a couple of things on here that are kind of personal, things like depersonalizing or decluttering the home, or if there's obnoxious odors in the home. Some of these things, as you approach a seller with them, can feel very personal, like you're attacking the fact that they have pictures of the family hanging on the wall. Taking data from a large group of people and presenting it to the seller as fact can really help you get past that maybe uncomfortable feeling of making it feel like it's personal to them. So this is 2 ways that you can use data like this potentially in a listing presentation. So what would I encourage you to do with this piece of content, with this infographic? I would encourage you to use it as a part of your listing presentation. If your listing presentation is on Keynote, or if your listing presentation is on PowerPoint, take this graphic and put it into your listing presentation. Use it as an opportunity. You guys gave us this data. Take the compiled data now that we've given back to you and use it as leverage in your business as you sit down in the living rooms of potential sellers. We look forward to bringing you data like this all throughout 2014 and into the years to come. We hope that you find it valuable, and we hope that you'll check back with us real soon.